What's up, everybody? I'm Sharonda,
And I'm Dwight,
and this is Everywhere We Go podcast.
where connection is the destination.
Real stories to show, connections that grow. Everywhere we go, yeah, we tell them. Real stories to show, connections that grow. Everywhere we go, yeah, we tell them.
Today, we have a really special guest. This is an extraordinary woman. This is Tiffany Draper. She is a powerhouse entrepreneur, author, and community advocate based in Huntsville, Alabama. She is the founder and executive director of the Women's Expo Huntsville, the nonprofit She Can Grow Incorporated, and the visionary behind Studio 53 social event venue.
Known for her bold leadership and heart for service, this person has raised thousands of dollars and resources while empowering women to heal, grow, and step confidently into purpose.
That's right. Her work, storytelling, and events continue to inspire women to be fearless, faith-driven, and unapologetically bold. Welcome, Tiffany Draper.
There was no surprise there because Sharonda was really supposed to
I
surprise
was supposed to
us.
hold off
couldn't
on
hold
saying
it
who it
in.
was, but people would know. I think they would know.
You think so?
I think so. They need to know about
Just your
this. Tiffany
presence, we
Draper.
could feel you. So
We're so excited to have you
Thank
here.
you so much. I'm honored to be here. So thank y'all.
all right. Well, we like to start off with where questions. So we're going to start off with where did we meet?
Ooh. So I actually think I met Sharonda first.
You did.
I met Sharonda first. I feel like I met you at was it at my event venue? Or was it at Big John's?
Oh. Or was it? I feel like it might have been. Oh my goodness.
Because I feel like we were there for something that Woogie Vegan was having. And I feel like I met you there.
That might make sense.
I think
But-
it was.
But okay, so
And you ended up coming to my ribbon cutting. that I had.
yeah. Oh,
For the studio. Because I had just joined the chamber. So
that's
I feel like
crazy.
that's how it worked. I don't know.
I no. Listen, that is always a good thing when I feel like it's like we can't remember, we can't like pinpoint the moment. And a lot of times people met me before they met Dwight because he was like
Definitely
a
during
hermit.
that time.
He was like locked to
I
his
was
desk.
Sharonda's husband. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that I met you out and she was like, oh, this is Tiffany Draper, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
feel like that's how it
okay.
went. Yeah.
And then it was just immediately like, oh, I love her. I'm gonna keep her.
Yeah. I feel like that's how it was for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling.
But then afterward, we had a good connection
We
afterwards.
did.
so,
We did. I ran into Dwight out and we, shared
Walk
some
once.
things. You
Walk
remember?
once,
Yeah,
yes.
I remember.
If there's food involved, I remember.
Oh, yeah, me
Yes.
too.
Just
Always.
memories.
Yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes.
Well, that's kind of along the lines of this question because the next where question is where have we seen you out?
Everywhere.
That's a hard one. I know.
It says it right there.
I know. It really is everywhere.
I know, like, Jazz in the Park and
Oh, yeah. We love music, so we're always going to be at Jazz in the Park. We're going to always be at somebody's restaurant, and we're always going to be somewhere, like, trying to do something in the community. So
That's what I was going to say because I see you at a lot of service events.
try to be.
It's like One Table Huntsville. Like you
Oh,
just
yeah.
volunteer in so many
I
places.
I like to do stuff behind the scenes. Sometimes, most of the time, it's not all about me.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to put a hand into something and then just get out of the way. So,
You serve.
all right. So where is your top Huntsville spot?
ooh, well, I'm going to be a little bit biased here. So my top Huntsville spot right now is the Note Jazz Lounge.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on Meridian
really?
Street.
I wonder why, but I should. I know the owner over there, so I want to introduce you.
I like him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of cute.
Okay. Well,
It's a real vibe.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, later.
Uh-huh. So where is your happy place?
My happy place is with my family. I don't get to see them as much because we're all just kind of pulled in several different directions. But the last, couple of months, we've been a little bit more intentional about how much time we spend together.
Yeah.
Because things are happening in the world, and we're just kind of like trying to create this close knit, more intentional time.
That's good.
Very smart. Now, where are you from?
So I am from Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh yes, a native, a
North
native.
side of Huntsville. To
Oh.
be
Said west
exact.
No,
side?
north
North.
side.
North side. Okay.
North side. West
North.
side.
From the north.
North.
You real if you're from north.
It's like the
Yeah.
Game
Right.
of Thrones. They be like, we're from the north.
So
Yeah.
we Johnson or Butler?
It's crazy, though. I went to Lee.
Lee.
I went to Lee
Oh,
High
Lee.
School. My mom got married, and so we ended up moving to Harvest. So I graduated from Sparkman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you were at Lee and then you ended
I
up
was in the
graduating.
city, then I had to go be country girl, and so I ended up graduating from Sparkman, and then I ended up at Alabama A&M. So
Okay. You really
Oh,
native.
Bulldogs.
Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
lived anywhere else?
no, this
Oh,
is it.
okay.
That
would
was
like
ex-
to.
that was exactly what I was gonna say because my next question is really kind of based around the fact that you're a Huntsville native
I am.
and you've stayed rooted here your entire life. How has growing up in the city shaped the way you build community and create spaces like Studio 53?
So I like to see people happy, and I want people to enjoy themselves. And so it came from a place of just wanting to see people celebrate. So for me, Studio 53 started off as just something for me. And I thought, well, you know what? It could be something for everybody. So while I'm not using it for my small events, I could rent it out to somebody else, who may need to have a bar mitzvah, quinceanero, or however you say it, or just a birthday party or a meeting. And so I created this hub that eventually has become this kind of cute event center, and I like it there. So yeah, we're on to bigger and better things. So things are happening.
I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta say this. I'm gonna get off the record here and say I did not know that the Women's Expo started at Studio
Oh,
53.
yeah.
Like that blows my mind to
Yeah.
think of how big it is.
Yeah.
And
A lot
it
of people
started
don't
there.
know that. I tell people all the time. I just said this a couple of days ago. It was a beautiful accident. Like I just was looking for during COVID a calendar filler. It was not supposed to be what it is today, and God had other plans, obviously. And so the first year was at Studio 53 with like 20 vendors and like 75 people. And now here we are on year 6 with like over 1,000 people attending and all these vendors. And it's just, I look around and I'm like, is this happening? Like, it's happening
It is. It's
every
Think
year.
big. Think big. Yes. Well, Studio 53 has held probably one of the best events, which is our event. Little plug for Bingo
Yeah.
and Beats.
Right.
So that was our first spot. That was where we had our first Bingo and Beats, and that's
Was
where
it
it all
the first
began.
one?
It was the first
Yeah.
one. It was
Wow.
the
I'm so honored.
yes.
I didn't know.
well, see, but here's the thing about you, Tiffany. Like, you don't just have events. Like, you also have, the ability to kind of like throw in some advice at times. I know you try to like make sure that that's within limits because people can kind of overdo it.
Sure. I never want to overstep, but if I can see things from behind the scenes and be like, hey, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should pivot this, or do it this way, and then like kind of get out of there, then, I always want to be that asset or some like kind of like the voice in the back of your mind to be like, hey, that is a good idea, or maybe I don't want to do it that way. So I'm happy to be a part of a lot of people's first. So
Yeah. No, and the other thing I was gonna say is that having it there was such an advantage because you have the connections when it comes to decorations and DJs and caterers. Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
could get like a all in.
yeah, you don't have to go anywhere. Like if you call me and say, "Hey, I want to have like my whole wedding there," I'll just say, "Okay, well, how many people do you want? What colors do you want? What day? What's your budget? Let's do it." And they're
it's
like, "Yes."
Organized just like this.
I like to do that.
Yeah, it's tight. It's always a tight ship you run.
so that was what was your original vision?
The original vision. So I had a business before Studio 53 called Tea with Tiffany, and
Tea with
is-
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And look, it wasn't gossip or anything like that.
You weren't spilling the tea?
was it
No,
like?
no, it was nothing like that. Yeah, it was just, tea is like my favorite beverage.
Okay.
I got a tea with me. So I just wanted to make sure that, over conversation, over things that women were going through, that we could have this kind of bonding time to talk about the different things. So Tea with Tiffany was just kind of like a play on words, and so
We
initially,
don't play on words.
not at all, right? But it was just
Yes.
going to be just like a little place to gather and have fun and connect, and it just turned in something different because of COVID. So
Oh,
God gave me a different vision during COVID. So
wow.
I know.
See, I didn't even know that. Well, I guess
more you
my
know.
question is, like just generally, I kind of already touched on this, that you've been a real behind the scenes resource for us, from attending focus groups that we've had to just giving honest advice. What do you think people new to building in Huntsville, like, I guess, need to know about what it's like what's unique about Huntsville in terms of trying to build a business?
That's a good question. Huntsville is not the Huntsville that I grew up in, this new Huntsville. And honestly, I actually kind of like the new Huntsville better.
Really?
I do.
What's the contrast?
Well, the contrast is that we have a lot of people who are coming into the city who think differently, right? Who've seen different things. So me and my partner, we travel a lot. We like to go and visit different places, check out their culture, see what they're doing, what makes sense, what doesn't, what's fun, what are people doing, what are they saying, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
And so we gauge that, and we're like, we could bring that back to Huntsville. You know what I mean? Like, and I always tell people, when you're starting a business or when you're looking at different concepts to bring into a different area, you've got to go and research. You have to study, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't just start at Expo because it was something fun to do. Now, that first time, yes, it was just like I said, a calendar filler. But when I said, hey, this is something, what are we going to do? So I started researching other events. That's how you learn. You have to go and you take little pieces of other people's events and the things that they're doing. And you're like, hey, I could make my own from this. And the concept that I always think about is there are so many different breads on the bread aisle. And they all taste different. There's all something different about every piece of
Not now. I think there was a big storm.
There's no bread on the bread.
Now there isn't, Dwight.
Very evergreen. Never mind.
So funny.
You
Cut
were
that out,
saying there's a lot
because you
of
could always have a storm.
there's a lot of bread in the bread aisle. Go ahead.
But you're always going to have your own taste.
Right.
You're going to put your own spin on whatever that is. So if people are looking to do something different at Huntsville, they just got to do it. You won't know what works until you actually just try. A lot of people don't try because they let their minds talk them out of doing the very thing that they want to do. And it's just your mind trying to protect you from the things that you haven't seen or done. Or, if you haven't seen it, you're like, oh, there's no way I can do it. Or, well, they did it, but I don't know how to do it. Well, why don't you know how to do it? You have to try. I've had events with as little as 3 people to as more than 2,500 people. So there's that little gap in between that you just got to try and see what happens.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
right.
we only have 4 people, so and we're 2 of them. So a question for you: you have an event space.
I do.
What about what advice would you give somebody who was looking to do an event space? Because now I'm starting to hear it more and more. I think they see your success in different ones, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I want to do it."
Yeah.
That smile is like so telling. What's behind the smile?
Nothing. No, I think that an event space is a great way to bring in revenue. But also more than just owning an event space, you have to have you have to be business savvy. You have to have customer service. You have to be willing to not haggle, your prices. In the beginning, because I wanted the business of people so much, I just wanted them to come and shop with me or do business with me. I just took what they said. They were like, oh, I only got $300. And I'm like, all right, well, come on, But now I'm like, hey, but it cost me, I have a $300 utility bill and the overhead, and then I have tables and chairs, and then I have this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I can't keep doing that, right? Because I got to a place to where I could not afford the building, right? Because I was just giving it away. So one of the things I would say is to be firm on your prices. Make sure you have a policy. Make sure you have insurance. Make sure that you make your people have event liability insurance because things happen. And when they happen, you've got to be ready to deal with whatever that happened, that situation, the circumstance is. And so just to be very business savvy, just make sure that you have policies, an SOP, Those things are important.
About that.
So
That's
a lot of
good.
people think you just wake up and just say, oh, yeah, I just want to start an event center. No, this is years and years and years of trial and error, study, things that didn't go right, some things that, did. And now I'm just at a point to where I'm like, hey, I got a system. I like it here, and I'm going to keep doing it. Now I just got to make it better,
That's
Did she
good.
tell you to say that?
No.
Because I'm responsible for our SOP.
I did
No,
not.
I mean, just wisdom is what it is. It's just it is what it
Be
is.
like that, right?
Yeah, but
But I'm
I don't
glad
know
she.
if she's saying SOP or SOB, so I don't know.
SOP.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, that's so
Anyway,
funny.
moving on, cause see, this is what happens. Anyway,
God.
all right. So from Friendsgiving at Studio 53
Which we
to
were part
the
of.
to no, hold on, I'm getting there. To
Okay.
the She Can Grow rooftop fundraisers, your events consistently turn strangers into community, and we can testify to that. What's your intentional approach to hosting experiences that create real connection, not just attendance?
I like family. I come from a big family. My family would have very big like Thanksgiving events or gatherings, in the summertime, and we lost someone that was really important to us. About actually, it's so crazy that this is the way it's happening. I really feel like it is has everything to do with my cousin that we lost. But the year that I lost my cousin was the year that the Women's Expo was born, and she was a very pivotal part in community. She knew everybody. She connected everybody. She didn't meet strangers, and so she made me realize that nobody's a stranger unless you want them to be.
That part.
But for me, my intention is just to make sure that everybody doesn't feel like they're like outsider, like I want them to feel like, hey, you're welcome. You can come in, you can sit with us, right? And that's the goal for everything that I have, from Studio 53 to She Can Grow to the Draper Effect, which is my consulting firm, or the Women's Expo. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's a part. It doesn't matter what your title is, how much money you make, what you have, what you don't have. Everybody can come over here and sit with us because it's very intentional about bringing everybody together. So all backgrounds, all races, whatever. I don't care if you work at McDonald's or if you are the engineer out at NASA. It doesn't matter. I just want everybody to come together with one like common goal in mind, and that's just to be together. So.
And you attract people who have that same mindset. That's what I can tell, because I've just made so many friends just from coming to events that you've had. I was just going to say also one thing about the expo that really a lot of people
Well,
don't
before
even.
you get into that, remember your question. Tell us about the expo, because I don't think we.
Oh yeah, I was going to explain, but that's actually better coming from you. Like, how does that relate to the way that you have different?
So growing up, I always was that kid on the playground who wanted all of her friends to get along, and they didn't.
That's my
Oh
daughter.
no.
Right.
That's on my daughter.
They didn't. There was, this side, and there was this side, and there was this side, and I always found myself somewhere in the middle. Like, no, but I want to play with her, and I want to play with him, and I want to play with her. I just want to play with everybody, right? And there was like, no, we can't sit with them, and so my goal for the Women's Expo was just to make sure that women knew that they had a place, right? They had a place to be seen, to be heard, and that they could do whatever it is that they wanted to do. And so for me, looking for a mentor and looking for people to help me on my journey of becoming this awesome business owner, I didn't have that. I wasn't afforded that opportunity. I went to so many different people and nobody wanted to mentor me. And so I ended up, yeah, it's real. I ended up having to do but it was a blessing. It was such a blessing. I promise you, it was such a blessing, because I would not know the things that I know now had I not been forced to go and research the stuff for myself. So all of that came from me watching YouTube videos, learning how to start my own nonprofit, talking to people who had just in conversation, right? You can learn so much just by listening.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. People are so focused on talking and saying their bit or their part that they
listening.
miss out.
Yeah.
Right? And
listening.
so
Ask
I
questions.
turned off my mouth a little bit, and I just started listening. I turned these on, and I was like, okay, so all you got to do is, and I'm writing things down and I'm learning, and I'm like, I think I got something here. And so strategy is important. Innovation is important. But just watching people, just kind of seeing how they move. And that's not taking nobody, whatever they're doing. But sometimes you can watch people and be inspired and then create your own, And that makes it that much better, because that means that you were so intentional about what you were trying to do. And so the Women's Expo for me became this place where all these people could come together, regardless if they were women or men, because we do want the support of men, right? Men are more than welcome to come. I have so many emails right now that are like, oh my God, can I bring my husband? I'm like, yes, you can bring your husband. It's not like that. It is just called the Women's Expo because we're highlighting women on that weekend, right?
Right.
But men, you are more than welcome to come. Please
Right.
come because we need your support. However, we are highlighting different things that women are going through, whether it's business, whether it's mental health. I don't know, or maybe they're a first-time home buyer. Maybe they're looking for a mortgage broker or somebody to help them get into a home, fix their credit, or maybe they want to lose weight. Maybe they want to talk about menopause. You know, the different things that we're going through it, that people from my age, you know, that might have some issues. But I mean, it could be a divorce. It could be just whatever, you know, and that's just not situational to women because men go through that too. However, like I said, the weekend highlights women who are going through these different things or not necessarily going through, but, you know, have these issues or I hate to say they're issues, but just things, right? Life is lifing. And so I want to put this big beautiful weekend together where women can come together and they can learn, network, connect with each other. I have a group of women who come down here every year from South Carolina. They met here in Huntsville and they come back and they meet up here every year. And to me, if that is what it's about, then that's why I do it, right? Because I want to bring these people who were from New Orleans and South Carolina together in Huntsville every year, and then they keep bringing more and more people. And so we have people who come in from Wisconsin, from Detroit, from North Carolina, Florida, Atlanta, Oklahoma, Chicago, and they drive. They drive. I'm like, y'all are driving down here for this event that was an accident? Like, this is so crazy to me. But it's not an accident. It was really God's way of saying, this is it. This is your purpose. This is your calling. And regardless of what happens, I want you to continue to do this. And yes, it's hard before you ask. It's so hard. Right?
Yeah. Oh, we've seen.
But there is a pure intention because my heart is so pure-hearted in dealing with this whole thing that God won't let me give up. Like, as much as I've tried to say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, I can't afford it, God is like, oh, well, here's $10,000. And I'm like, I told you I didn't want to do this anymore. You know, so.
I'm providing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he called you to that purpose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that was the one thing I was just going to touch on was just how many different events are actually like connected to the expo. So it's not just the part where people, you know, see the vendors, but or even the, you know, performances or presentations. I've noticed that you got the gala. Tell us about some of the other events.
Yeah.
So it started off as just a one-day event, right?
Right.
And then it kind of grew, you know.
Morphed.
Yeah, it morphed. That's a very good word. Yeah, it expanded. It grew legs, arms. It was like it's a baby. Now it's walking and talking. And I'm like, wait, slow down. You know, so right. So last year we had a welcome event over at the Note Jazz Lounge. Shout out to the Note.
That was
hear about
great
that.
too.
And then the next night we had a worship night service. We had Fanika Frame come down from Atlanta. It was a very, very, very good experience. And then
Anointed.
of course Saturday was the Women's Expo, and then on Sunday was our farewell brunch. And so this year I did something a little bit different, and we're having the gala on Friday night where we're honoring some people in the community, some community heroes, those people who have done awesome things. We've even included the men, you know, so because men do great things too.
And
Right. And then we always honor a woman in the community, and we let the community vote. So I want to just make sure, small disclaimer, that I don't pick the woman of the year. The woman of the year is voted on by the community. So I just want to put that out there. But we've got 5 beautiful women who are, you know, who have been nominated. And one person on that night will learn whether or not they have been crowned that 2026 Woman of the Year, you know, for the 6th Annual Women's Expo. Also, we have Pastor James Mooney, who's going to give our keynote that night from St. Bartley. Shout out to St. Bartley. And then Element 11, who's going to be providing the music. Yeah, so I don't know how I am going to get up the next morning to get downstairs for the Women's Expo at 5:30 a.m. because that's how early we start. We get started at 5:30 a.m. So the next day is the Women's Expo. It's the 6th Annual Women's Expo. We go downstairs. We make sure all the vendors get loaded in, and it is amazing. We've incorporated yoga this year with Robin Moore, and we've invited the Cardio Factory, who's coming to do some classes outside in the courtyard. And then we have classes. We have panels. It's just so much.
Yeah.
And then there's a pajama party after
Jammy
the
Jam.
expo.
Yeah, not for you.
Oh,
Sorry, Dwight. Next year. Next year. And so,
I have my onesies. Go ahead.
right? And
With the
Rashida,
feet in it.
Rashida Solis Wilson is coming back from Baltimore for Saturday night. You didn't know that, did you?
She
Yeah.
is
She's
inspirational.
She is.
Yeah.
She's coming
she
back
is.
for Saturday night, and we're gonna just talk about some things. But it's very comfortable, very relaxed. I did that on purpose. Come downstairs in your PJs. Like if you're already staying at the Westin, just come downstairs and just kind of hang out with us. We have food. It'll be decorated really nicely. We have DJ Alicia who's gonna be there because we're gonna do some line dancing later on that night. And then we're going to wrap it all up on Sunday with the brunch. I am tired just talking about it. But let me tell you, it takes me that long to plan it because not only am I just the founder, the executive director, I'm the visionary. So I'm putting this whole weekend together. And it takes me a year to do it.
Yeah.
So right after March the 29th, I go back to work March 30th to plan it all over again.
Wow.
I don't sleep. Sleep is for suckers.
Sleep is for some, apparently. And I was gonna say, if we probably in a B-roll we'll show some of the pictures because you took beautiful photography of the team you pulled together.
Oh, yeah, I like
as your
them.
volunteers.
Yeah, they're cool.
It's like you didn't even pick them for looks, but beautiful ladies and
Shout
beautiful
out to my
colors.
volunteers. They're
Yes.
good people. And a lot of them have been with me since I started at Studio 53. So it's very intentional. And people are so mad. They get so mad. Like, I just want to be a volunteer. Please let me help. And I'm like, I got 25 volunteers. Like, I really can't
Let
take
me
no
speak
more.
on those volunteers. First off, last year was the first year we attended the Women's Expo. It was my first time as a guy, and I realized that men did not stand for menopause. So it was amazing experience, and these volunteers are amazing.
Yeah.
I came in, I felt welcomed. I felt like, they were like, "What do you want? What do you need? What number are you at?" And it was our first vending experience here in Huntsville with our company.
So organized.
So it was well organized, and they got us in a good space, and it was the good feeling energy that we had, and I think was a very successful event.
I like to hear that. And let me tell you, that comes with the Tiffany Draper experience, meaning that you have to provide excellent customer service. And
Yes.
I try to model this Chick-fil-A, whole concept of my pleasure. What can I do for you? How can I make your day, right?
Yeah.
And they did.
And good, because at the end of the day, these people have decided to spend X amount of dollars to come in here and to be vendors at this event. Why not make them feel like they are welcome, right? I never want people to walk away feeling like, oh my God, not only did I spend all this money, but I also was treated poorly, right? At least you can say, I spent this money, I made connections, and they were so nice. I can't wait to come back next year. That's the experience I want, right? So you'll forget about how much money you spent because of the experience, right?
Well, you sold out fast. So I was
Well,
like,
this year we sold out in 2 weeks.
that's what I was gonna say. So it must be
didn't-
doing something
Don't mess around.
right.
Don't mess around.
Yeah.
But the other thing is you set the culture. You set the tone. You set the culture. I do know that we had one of those early meetings, and you had a Zoom call and just set the tone and said, "This is how it's going to be."
How it is.
So I had the Tiffany Draper experience.
Thank you.
I mean, and nothing's always perfect. There's always things, but
Gosh.
it's not just what happens. It's how you approach it and how you bounce back.
That's right. You gotta, there has to be some type of comeback from the things, and you don't know unless you learn from them.
Yeah.
So you have to experience it to be able to say, okay, next time, hey, I'm sorry about that. I'll get you next time. I'll take care of that, but you won't have that experience next time.
Right. Totally. All right. So I want to shift gears a little bit. This is getting a little personal here. You're a mom of 2 sons.
I am.
And, in terms of raising 2 sons while leading boldly in this city, what values do you hope they absorb just by watching how you serve, show up, and build?
I want them to treat people kind. Please be kind to people. It costs nothing to be a good person. It costs nothing to just lead life with integrity. I wasn't raised to get over on people, and get over on people is the only thing I could think of, for lack of a better word. But
Right.
I just want to make sure that we are very humble, that we know that we are here to serve. At least that's what I've been taught. I've been placed on this earth with a gift, and my gifts have made so much room for me. And my boys are able to see that we lead life with intention, full intention. We get up every day with a goal in mind, and that's how to be better than the person I was yesterday. Not to be better than anybody else,
Right.
but how to be better than the person that we were yesterday. What can I do yesterday to not outdo, but be better, right? Be better,
Right.
be a better citizen, be a better person, be a better mom, be a better son, be a better employee, be a better entrepreneur. Just be good, right?
Yeah.
I think that we set our day based on how we look at our life. And so when I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I'm like, all right, what's the goal of the day, girl? What are we doing? And I always have God with me. God is at the forefront of my life. And I'm like, God, how can I make you happy today?
Yeah.
What can I do to make sure that I don't have a mom who's out here struggling, choosing between whether or not she has to pick between gas and groceries today? What can I do to make sure that we have people who are being intentional about how they live their life? And I strongly feel that's why I am as blessed as I am, because it's not about me. It has never been about me. I watched my mom, who was a single parent, all my life. She's married now. She has a really good husband. Shout out to my stepdad.
Stepdad, get a
Shout
shout
out to my
out.
stepdad. He's great. But I watch women every day who don't have a purpose, right? And my goal is to, how can I help them find whatever that is? And so for me, showing my sons how to be a good person. And it's not just about money. It's not just about where you live, what kind of car you drive. It's how can you serve your community in the best way? Or how can you serve yourself, by being a good person. So, yeah.
You're talking about your mom had a significant other. You have a significant
I
other.
do.
So
Shout out
what's
to
that all about?
Jay is my partner. We've been together for a very long time, and we have such a really good relationship. Like, Jay is, you know what? Let me just scoot back. Jay taught me how to be an entrepreneur. A lot of people don't know that. When I met Jay, I worked full-time job at the city of Huntsville, and I was there for 17 years until I retired 3 years ago. And Jay's a barber. He's still doing the profession that he started off doing. But then Jay also started like a trucking business, and then he started the Jazz Lounge, and he's done.
What's the jazz lounge
So
called?
the Jazz Lounge is a place where musicians can come and just, be their awesome selves. We have music artists. We have just musicians, singers, like Jazz McKenzie, who was here a couple of weeks ago.
She was
but
here
She
a couple weeks
was.
ago,
She
yes.
was. Jazz is amazing. Shout out to
Yes.
Jazz.
She was on The
Shout out to
Voice.
Jazz.
She was on The Voice
She
finalist.
was.
for
Jazz
those,
is amazing. Her voice is just powerful.
Soulful. Yeah.
But not only that, though, we have so many people who come through who have been from New York, Chicago, who bring that different element of jazz into the Jazz Lounge. And so Jay's concept with him being from Detroit was to bring something that Huntsville didn't have. And it was so needed because a lot of people don't know that it still exists,
Yeah.
today. And so he's like, Tiff, you got to tell people. And I'm like, Jay, they're not going to listen to me. He was like, no, they're going to listen to you.
What's the jazz lounge called?
So it's called The Note.
The Note.
Note Jazz Lounge.
Note.
And I didn't
That's
have
actually, there was a person on our show who said that was her favorite place.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
I have
shout
to
out
introduce
to
you to her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I don't know who you're talking about, but I can't wait to meet her. So it's probably me. So anyway. But yeah, between Jay and I think we have about 6 businesses, and it's hard work. Hard work. I think some days when we're at home, I think we're doing this.
Yep.
And we're working. I'm like, all right, time. Phone down, now we got to get back to us. But business is, as an entrepreneur, both entrepreneurs. And then the fact that our kids get to watch us be entrepreneurs, I'm not sure if they understand. I really think they think that money grows on trees, Because as an entrepreneur, you can have a
She
really,
can grow. On trees.
you can have a really good month, you have a really good week, and you can have 3 or 4 bad months, and you're like, hey, I don't know if we're gonna stay in this house. Like, what is going on?
Very
But
real.
God has been really good to us, and we just, Jay is the same. I think we're one and the same as far as like how we treat people.
Yeah.
Really good. We don't meet strangers. Jay's a social butterfly, more so than me sometimes. I'm a little bit shy. I like to I'm introverted. I think it's called ambivert. I'm not sure. Is that what it is?
That part,
Okay.
I
Please
swear,
say that you are one.
I am one. He doesn't want to accept that.
She
but
said that she was an introvert.
I'm not. I didn't say that. I said like an ambivert.
No, now you say that after
No,
all.
no, no. I got the terminology.
out.
But go
Okay,
ahead.
good.
You were
I
saying
think it's just kind of like one of those.
it's an energy thing, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. Because, you just kind of have to test the waters and see what happens. Some people can be draining, right? Some people's energy can be really draining. And so you have to kind of like pull yourself back and you're like, hey, I've had enough. I've got to go sit in the car to get the people off, a little bit. And that's how I am. As much as I love people, sometimes just talking to people, being in certain situations can be draining as well. And so it seems like Jay's energy never gets drained. He's always like talking. I'm like, how do you do this, bro? Like, this is, but anyway, Jay is kind of how I got my start. How I started being an entrepreneur because he was just so ambitious, and I like that about him.
There's actually several connections that we have. First off, our sons, they're both out of town. And,
They are.
they connected with each other. I don't even know how that happened, but they just connected with each other, and I think
Seem kind of similar. And
they're
They
similar.
are. They even kind of favor. It's interesting a little bit. But yeah, shout out to the boys.
The boys,
those guys.
the young men.
Yeah.
Young man, yeah, we gotta get them some
name's
quarter
man.
zips. They, the other thing was, I don't know if you knew this, but Jay, he didn't do my son's hair, but my son was at the barber shop.
Was he?
Yes, and no, he did do it.
What, this last time?
No, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
he fixed something.
It's not
I just
easy
feel
to
like
get in with Jay. I'm be honest.
He
with you.
fixed something. He
He's
fixed
got
something.
clientele that's just very.
But the one thing I do want to say about Jay is that when I'm at your events, because sometimes I'm maybe the only guy. If you have your event, he's the other guy. He supports you.
I mean, and I hope I wonder if I have a shot of this, but last year you were in the Go Red,
Yes.
the Rouge Go Red for Heart Health fashion show that the Central North Alabama Delta Sigma Theta chapter has in February, and it's a. I mean, what'd you think? What was that experience being in that show?
Oh man, it felt so good. It was, I was honored, like I am. Anytime anybody calls my name or asks me to be a part of something, an interview or a show, or I've never modeled before in my life. So I was nervous. I was like, what am I supposed to do in this red dress when I go out here? And so I just kind of did what I could. But, of course, my boo was front and center,
Oh,
like,
it
for
was
me.
all the curves. It was, you did that. It was perfect. And I'm telling you, Jay was just like,
He better
did you
have
see
been.
her? Did you see her?
He better have been.
Oh, he was so excited. Like you could just tell when, you have a couple where the guy is really supportive. He's just so proud of his lady, and you just see the joy that's in him to see you in that role and in that on that stage. And that was the thing. They select women that have, like you said, made a mark in the community,
Yeah.
and so.
Well, I appreciate that. Shout out to them. And also shout out to the Zetas. Last year, I got an award for Zeta Phi Beta Woman of the Year, and I was, taken back. I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, shout out to y'all.
Well deserved. Well deserved. I mean, this is the thing. Like, I think, like you said, you've put in so much hard work, and not just for your own business and for your own family, but just looking at the whole community and giving back. And so I think it's a small thing for people to just actually see that and say, hey, I see you.
Yeah. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, because I didn't do any of this for that. I didn't. My goal wasn't to get an NAACP award. My goal wasn't to get any of these awards. My goal was just to help people, because I saw a need. And my mom always said, you got to be the change you wish to see. And I'm like, man, that's like the realest thing she could have ever said to me, because I was like, how can I want something to change if I'm not that change?
That
I was
part.
like, okay, girl, I see what you cooking with grease now.
You just have like this sense of civic responsibility and accountability that is just, everybody don't have that. So that's all I would say.
And you know what, though? It's good, though, that we are able to do that, because I have to give and shout out to my mom, because without her, I wouldn't know how to do any of this, because she's always been that person. So
Amen.
You had an event that we attended. It was a pop-up at your event. And it wasn't the most well attended. But we went and we at first we weren't going to go, and it was like, okay, we're going to do it. And while there weren't as many people who came through, the people who did come through were very meaningful for us. So we had one guy he brought along a lot of people. So
Yeah.
he's been coming to some of our events.
Cool.
There was one guy that does jazz, and he started talking about it. And I was like, well, why don't we connect with this other person? And they ended up doing a show together.
Oh, nice.
And then we had one young lady there, and she turned out to be our intern, and is
now
still with
production
us. And
assistant.
I don't know what role she is, but she'll
Yeah.
probably.
I know who
She's
you
all the
talking about.
things.
Yes.
Denise McDonald.
All right, girl.
But yeah, she's. But that was it. It all stemmed from that event that was at your place. So.
Yeah, and those are the connections that I want people to have, right? Some people see that it's money. It's not money. It's connections, right? They're rich connections, right? They're connections that. And what was the line you said when you opened?
Connection is the destination.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's priceless.
It's real.
You can't put money on these meaningful connections that you otherwise wouldn't have made.
Yes.
So you got to just position yourself to be in the right space, to say the right things, and to be intentional that day. So
That part. You walk the walk and talk it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before we close, we want to do a rapid fire.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready for the rapid fire?
I'm not.
Get your rapid fire
I don't
questions
know that
ready.
I have a rapid fire question.
Okay, so we got you. Get the blue. Get your blue. All right. So I want to start off, and you just say it quickly. Whatever first thing that comes to your mind. You don't
Uh-oh.
just explain it. But
Got Tourette's. I don't know. What
favorite
I'm like, I know.
favorite type of event to host.
Ooh, favorite type of event to host? The Women's Expo.
All right.
Something people don't see about being a community leader. Doesn't seem like a rapid fire question, but
Hard work, dedication. It's work.
One word that describes Huntsville right now.
Fast.
Fast. Okay, she's from New York, and we moved here
Well,
from DC.
let me just say, it's fast for Huntsville because this is a time to catch on. If you don't, you're going to miss it.
That's true.
okay. Okay, well, listen. This
You
is
like fast.
this one
We
is
got this fast
something.
round, so go ahead.
One thing you hope every woman feels when she walks into Studio 53.
Loved.
Oh, I love that. I definitely know that's successful for me.
A moment when you realize this work actually matters.
A moment when I lay down at night and I can sleep peacefully. I don't have any regrets about the day.
I heard sleeping for suckers, so.
But eventually she has to rest sometime.
I did say that. Tried to make me contradict myself, but
Roll the tape. Go
He's,
ahead.
he's not that guy. No, that was it. That's all I had. Oh, okay. Huntsville is often misunderstood about creating something sustainable here. I don't know that that's a question or a statement, but do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with that. I mean, I just feel like you just got to have the work ethic. I don't let people dictate what I can do and what I can't do. For me, I'm the master of my fate. You know, like if I want to go out here and do whatever, then I'm going to do that. If I want to, whatever. I don't let people tell me what I can do and what I can't do.
Right, for sure.
Okay. And one thing we like to close out with is what is something that you do that builds connection? And what does connection mean to you?
One of the things that I do to build connection is just to, like, if there's something that you do that I know that I hear that somebody else is looking to do, I'm like, oh, well, you need to talk to Chocolate Rocket City. You need to talk to the Wares. Do you know them? And one of the things that I'm intentional about every day is just how can I strengthen my lines, the lines of communication, the business lines, just connecting to people, because being connected, having those conversations, like, will open up so many doors that you don't even know. And so, like I said earlier, you know, having events, you know, that may not be as well attended, but making those connections is the main thing for me. Like if I meet one person, if I change somebody's life, like this girl told me who came to the expo, she said, I didn't get not one. She said, I didn't have a lot of traffic that come to the Women's Expo. She said, but I had 3 clients that still come to me because of the Women's Expo. After a whole year, like she was like, I more than made my money back from mine. And I'm like, that's what it's about for
That's
me.
what it's about.
Yeah.
Wow.
So where do we go from here?
Ooh, up. To the top. I mean, I have so many things that I'm working on. I'm introducing 2 new events to the city this year. So I'm excited about that. I'm really kind of tired. But, I just feel like it's a gift that God has given me, and I just want to do something different outside of the Women's Expo. Although it takes me a little bit, a year to plan that, I have another event that I'm really kind of proud of, and you guys will like it, so because it's going to give you that feel. It's kind of like, oh, I don't even want to tell you, but I'll tell you after.
Tell me
yes,
after.
yes.
Yeah,
You
but
guys
it's,
have to learn later. We got the inside.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. But I'm working on that and working on
Get your own show.
yeah, get your own. Working on getting a bigger venue for Studio 53. So
Oh,
That's
okay.
good. That's good.
Awesome. Well, we're so excited that
Yes,
you
but
came
before we
to talk
go,
with us.
we have something called Black Folklore.
oh,
And these are legends that ain't right,
oh,
but they ain't wrong either.
scared.
So, no. You
Don't
just
be
got to
scared.
listen. You just got to
Okay.
listen. Yes.
It's all right.
So, with the words, I'm going to go ahead and take these shoes off. Ramona Wilson became the first person to make up a random excuse to get off the phone on this day in 1936. My girl got it.
Oh
my God.
was it black?
Black folklore.
Folklore.
Yes, yes. It's
Folk-
something that we do every
Folklore is
episode.
spelled F-A-U-X.
That is funny.
Yes.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, his brother is the author
Yes,
of
but it's
that.
done by my
Shout
brother,
out to
Derek.
Uncle Derek.
Yes, and you'll hear more of those.
I love it.
Folklore, so
I'm gonna bite it.
yes.
Anyway, thank you so much, Tiffany, for coming
welcome.
and sharing your stories and your wisdom and experiences, because it really means a lot to us and our audience.
Yes, and is there anything you want to say about Women Expo in the future? Just
Well, yeah. I mean, definitely. If you guys are thinking about coming to Huntsville, Alabama, make sure you come March the 27th through the 29th. 2026. You can find us on the website at www.thewomensexpohsv.com. On all things social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Follow me. I'm only posting about the Women's Expo because that's what's important right now.
Yeah.
So if you're not at the Women's Expo, where are you going to be? And if you want to find out more about the Women's Expo, you can always head over to chocolaterocketcity.com. They've got all the information. Shout out to the Wares for being sponsors of this year's Expo as well. So I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Love my people. I love them down, like real bad. Y'all just don't know. So
Let me
we've been
love
locked
you
in.
down.
We love you too.
yes, and it's every year.
Yeah.
If you miss it this year,
Yeah.
it's every March.
But plan
or
for it. It's
area.
always
So
at
plan
the
for
end
it.
of March.
End of Marchish. So yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tiffany.
Thank
love you, and
Yeah, love you
we
too.
appreciate you coming on,
My pleasure.
and that's everywhere we go.
Everywhere you go.
See you out.